Hey guys, today we have a new series actually, so we're going to be doing lists of, top 10 lists, top 5 lists. So in the first episode, we're going to be looking at the top 5 best and worst things that there are in the world. So, let me know in the thoughts in the comments below. So number 5. One of the best things there are in the world, number 5 is video games. So, a bit of a funny one. I thought that would be quite a funny one to put in at number 5 because some of the other ones are a bit less specific. Because they're good, aren't they? They are good. So let's go over to the worst things in the world, and we'll do them in order like that. So, what's the 5th worst thing in the world? I've written down Korea. So, I think Korea is like this big prison island, right? People, they just sort of keep people there, and there's like basically this Hitler guy who just sort of runs the country, and I don't know the full details, but I think he's been threatening to destroy the world. He's a bit like a Bond villain, so that's why I'm putting the entirety of Korea at number 5 and all the people in that country. So number 4 in the good category for me is giving. Giving is really good because, especially, and now there's a few caveats here. If you're giving like something good rather than say someone a disease or giving someone a punch. So yeah, giving in a good way, like charity when you're being generous. So for example, I give to some charities every month, several of them, but I don't actually tell anyone about it. So I keep it to myself really, and therefore I'm being super generous, but I'm not shouting about it as well, so it's very selfless and like humble and modest as well. So that's number 4. Let's go back over to the bad one. So racism. Racism's number 4 because it's getting a bit better these days, but I think there are still problems to iron out. And it depends what part of the world you're from. I think it still goes on a bit. So if you're one of the blacks, people find that they get treated often worse if it's in a country that's you're the minority, which you're the minority in. So all the normals end up kind of bullying them and paying them less and stuff like that. So that's going to be number 4. Number 3 on the happy list is going to be chocolate. This isn't related to the racism thing. It's just really unfortunate that that's next. But chocolate's really good. I think you can agree with me. Now, a lot of snacks would be in this. You could just maybe I could have just said snacks, but to be honest, I think chocolate is probably the king of the snacks. I have a sweet tooth, so some people like the salty snacks, but I really like the chocolatey sweet snacks. I would say yeah. So number 3 in the bad section is drugs. So the problem is there's a little problem here. Technically, actually, chocolate has caffeine in it. So, but yeah, I meant that the really bad drugs. So the ones you sort of inject yourself in the arms, and when they have it off a spoon and they sort of melt it in the microwave and sort of drink. Then they put it in those ones. And also like I'd say maybe cannabis is fine now because everyone's legalizing it. So that's probably kind of cool, and it's just don't have too much. But then if it's cocaine, yeah, I'd say cocaine is drawing the line. That was almost a pun as well, actually, unintentionally. Okay, number 4 on the good section is nature. So yeah, number 4 on the bad section is cancer. So a lot of diseases are actually quite bad, but I thought I'd pop cancer in there because I've noticed actually on the internet and stuff. So if you see something really bad, you hear a really bad song, and they kind of compare it to cancer, and you think that's how bad cancer is. That if you're getting annoyed by a bad song or a player keeps killing you, you can say, oh, that's cancer, or you're giving me cancer, and that's kind of how bad cancer is. It's like a really bad song or a really bad video game. So finally on the good list we have love. So the thing about love is it's the Beatles go on about it a lot. Really good topic. It's just, and then the number 1 on the bad list is war. So that's pretty bad. Yeah. So the thing about war is you think disease is bad, but war is like a bit like a disease on humanity. But the difference is that whereas disease is another species killing us, and there's not, and we're working together to stop it, here we're actually working against each other and killing each other for land, profit, or political reasons. And in my humble opinion, I don't think any of them are worth killing each other for, unless it's like, killing to stop other killing, or like, definitely not oils. You should never kill for oil, I think, actually. So so they're my top 5 things in the world that are good, and the worst 5 things in the world. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below on this one. I want to continue this series. I've got lots of ideas for this one. It's going to be pretty cool. So we're going to be doing, like, maybe next time I'm going to do the top 10 worst swear words. That's a good one. The top 10 gay things, and maybe some like my favourite diseases and stuff like that. Okay, so some of the bad ones that just missed the post, and if I did a bigger list they would have made it in. Anger, because when nobody likes anger. I wish that would just go away. Spiders, they're a bit icky, and just want to just destroy them all and crush them. And there's no use for those guys. And also Russia, because I think I haven't been there, but I think those guys are all evil or something. Because Americans keep arguing with them. Yeah, probably pop them in the list as well. Let me know what you think is good and bad, and we'll just maybe we'll make another list with your suggestions in the future. Thanks for doing the watching, and I'll see you time in the long run.